Once upon a time there was a lady kangaroo called Lucy. She was good at making and painting boomerangs. She lived in a herd of kangaroos that looked out for each other. She grew a baby Joey in her pouch. Lucy had stars in her eyes. She loved the baby she was growing very much, but the stars meant she couldn't see what the baby needed to take care of him. As the baby grew deep inside her pouch, some of the other kangaroos realised that when the baby was born, she wouldn't be able to see what he needed to grow and stay safe. They needed to find him a different family. There was another family in another herd that was just perfect to look after the Joey, whose name was Bobbie. They had lots of love to give, and they needed another child to give it to. So when the baby Bobbie was big enough to pop his head out of the pouch, he was given one of Lucy's boomerangs, wrapped up safe in a blanket and taken to the family who had so much love to give. Bobbie grew up with his mummy, daddy and big sister. They had lots of love and time and patience to give him all that he needed. One day, Lucy grew another baby in her pouch. The kangaroos knew that Lucy still had stars in her eyes and wasn't the right person to care for the new baby Joey either. The kangaroo herd cared about the new baby and wanted him to have as much love and care as baby Bobbie had, so they looked around to find just the right family. They knew that Bobbie needed lots of love and attention from his mummy and daddy. They knew that if a new baby Joey came into that family, it would be too hard for Bobbie. They still cared about Bobbie, so they didn't want to send the baby there. They found Jack and Jill, who didn't have any Joeys at all. This made them sad. They had so much love to give and no children to give it to. So the new baby Joey, Charlie, went to be part of Jack and Jill's family, and he took with him one of Lucy's boomerangs. This made Jack and Jill so happy. Bobbie was getting bigger all the time. Charlie was his brother, even though they didn't live in the same family. Bobbie had lots of love to give, and he loved to meet up and play with and send things to his little brother Charlie. They learnt you can still be brothers even if you don't live together. And it helped Bobbie to know that it was really true that it wasn't his fault that Lucy, Tummy Mummy, couldn't keep him. How could it be when he couldn't keep Charlie either, when Charlie was the goodest, cutest little Joey? Guess what happened next? Another baby, Rosie, happened to be growing in Lucy's pouch. Lucy still had stars in her eyes, but she'd gone away from the first herd. Around the time that her fourth baby, Cerise, started growing in Lucy's pouch, Lucy's new herd realised that she couldn't look after the baby Joeys herself, even though she loved them. So they looked around for a new family for them to live with. Rosa and Cerise went to live with a new family, taking with them their boomerangs. Rosa and Cerise's parents didn't know about Bobbie or Charlie. How could they? So the little brothers and the little sisters didn't know about each other. One day, in a kangaroo cafe, when all the little ones were growing up, Bobbie's parents saw Rosa and Cerise with their mummy and daddy. Bobbie was at school. Rosa and Cerise were playing with their boomerangs, which looked exactly like Bobbie's and Charlie's. Well, I'll cut a long story short. Bobbie's parents talked with Rosa and Cerise's parents, and they realised that they all had the same tummy mummy Lucy, who had made the boomerangs. Shortly after, Mummy and Daddy told Bobbie what had happened, and how he had two little sisters that he'd never met. Bobbie had so many feelings. He felt happy that he had sisters he'd not known about. He felt so excited to meet them. He felt sad that he'd missed out on knowing them when they were little, and sad that they didn't all live together. He felt angry that they'd been kept apart, and angry that Lucy couldn't care for them. He felt confused about all the brothers and sisters in different places. He felt jealous that Rosa and Cerise got to live with each other in one home, and he didn't get to live with any of his birth brothers or sisters. He felt worried that Rosa had had to live with Tummy Mummy for a while when she wasn't safe. There were so many feelings, it was hard to know exactly what he did feel. Luckily, Bobbie had the kind of Mummy and Daddy who could help him sort through all the feelings, and they did, one by one. In the end, although it was different having brothers and sisters who lived in 3 different homes, Bobbie really enjoyed meeting up and playing with them and was happy. The end.